I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I definitely want to go ahead and showcase the freaking rapidness of this movement, bro. You are legit going to be a cracked out lord, just dolphin diving, sliding everywhere. So what's up, guys? Welcome to my first video on Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer. If you're watching this video right now, that means COD Next is currently taking place, and I've gotten the chance to go over all the Black Ops 6 perks, kill streaks, guns, and we're even going to react to some Black Ops 6 multiplayer gameplay and give you guys my thoughts on the Omnimovement, see how smooth the guns are, the gameplay is, and much more. If you guys are watching this video early, I am currently streaming Black Ops 6 on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/markofahero, so go ahead and say hi after watching this video if you have any more questions and want to see even more Black Ops 6 gameplay. But today, we've got it all. So let's go ahead and show everything for Black Ops 6, including gameplay. So here we are with the UI of Black Ops 6. Before expanding upon that, we've got the Creator class here. And one thing I want to know with the Creator class, what makes it different from previous years, is that not only do we have our primary and our secondary, but we also have a knife at our ready every time. So you're always going to have a melee weapon. And we've got perk 1, perk 2, perk 3, our field upgrades, these new specialties, and as well as wildcards, which I'll expand upon later. But for right now, we're going through all the guns. We got the good old XM4, which you saw in Cold War, the AK-74, and the Ames 85. And if you guys are wondering about this blueprint, the Bug Squatcher, this is actually a beta reward they can earn by getting to max level in the beta at level 30. So if you want that Bug Smasher XM4, make sure you grind out the beta on the second weekend or the first weekend, whatever the case is. And yeah, over here we're just comparing the ARs, and we've got the Ames 85 Mastercraft, which is included in the Vault Edition with the Mastercraft Weapon Collection. It has a really crazy unique inspect. And right here, you can actually see the advanced stats. You know, you can feel free to pause or slow down the video and compare the stats between all these ARs and see what's up with them. But it's really cool that we already have advanced stats within the beta of Black Ops 6 here. And, you know, according to the stats, I do kind of like that XM4. It just feels like the most balanced. You know, it's the M4 in a sense. Very nice. We got the C9 here in the SMG section, which is basically the MP5. And I think it's also really fire as well. Has to have unique design. We also got the Tanto .22. It kind of reminds me of the Milano from Black Ops Cold War in terms of feel and versatility. And then we got the Jackal PDW, which feels more like the AK-74U than the AK-74 in the AR section, which is kind of weird. But just thought I'd let you guys know how this Jackal is. And a little tease at the Gunsmith menu there. And this Mastercraft is also part of the Mastercraft collection you see here. For the shotgun that we have in the beta, we got the Marine SP. And we also have a Mastercraft, you know, for this weapon as well. We got the Vault Edition, which you'll be able to use these Mastercrafts within the beta if you pre-order the Vault Edition, which is pretty sweet. Our only LMG in the beta that we know of so far is the XMG, and just keep in mind there's gonna be way more weapons than this within the full game. And then going over to the marksman rifles here, we got the SWAT 5.56 as well as the DM10. And like I said, feel free to slow down the video if you want to really analyze these stats. We got the sniper rifles here. We got the SVD, which reminds me of the Dragunov, and the LR 7.62, which is that classic bolt action sniper that we're going to come to love, you know, especially the quick scopers or whatever the case is. So, you know, keep that in mind for yourselves for sure. And it also comes with a Mastercraft from the Vault Edition. That's a crazy unique inspect, which maybe I'll show off later in this video or in another video in the future. So make sure you guys stay subscribed for that. Pistol-wise, we got the GS45, which is that classic .45 sort of pistol that you can kind of, you know, spam with or whatever the case is. And we also got the 9mm PM, which is also, you know, a 9mm pistol basically. And we got the Sigma 2B, which is the rocket launcher that we have available so far in the beta. And feel free to, you know, look at these tacticals. We got a lot of tacticals here that we've already seen in previous Call of Duty. Nothing too special here in my opinion. For our lethals, we got the Frag, the Samtex thermal grenade, Blast Trap, Combat Axe, pretty much some decent classical stuff that I don't feel like I need to explain. For our field upgrades here, we got the Assault Pack, the Trophy System, Neurogas, which basically turns into a gas grenade, the Acoustic Amp, which is the opposite of Dead Silence, kind of makes people's footsteps louder, and the Sleeper Agent, which disguises you, which is pretty interesting. And we got all the perks here, which of course, like I said, you can slow down the video, read the descriptions for yourselves. A lot of these perks are kind of repeated, and there's some new ones in here, but I don't think there's really a perk that I really need to go into detail with, that I feel like really changes up the meta of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. And when it comes to these perks 1, perks 2, perk 3, you can see that they're in different colors. And this is where we're going to go ahead and transition into the combat specialties. So when it comes to the combat specialties, if you equip 3 perks of the same color within your loadout, you get these bonus specialties. So if you equip 3 of the red, you get the Enforcer specialty, which gives you a temporary buff to movement speed and health regeneration rate. So basically quick fix as well as lightweight. If you equip 3 blue perks, you end up getting the perk or the combat specialty of Recon, which is automatically applied. We can see people through walls for a short amount of time. There's a little indicator that flashes when an enemy sees you or when they're outside your view. And you leave no death skulls while killing your enemies, so kind of a stealthy recon sort of perk. And then you also got Strategist for 3 green perks, and you get a nice little score bonus, or a bonus score for objective and defensive play. You can see enemy content through walls, and you also deploy stuff a lot faster. I think out of all these, I'm definitely going to be getting Enforcer or Recon, but maybe on the rare occasion, I'll be focusing on Strategist. And I really like this system because it focuses on perk variety, which I think is very necessary in Call of Duty. Let me know if you're going to mix it up a bit. But next up, we've got the Wildcards, which I wanted to kind of mention here. We got Overkill, Gunfighter, and as well as Perk Greed. Overkill is the usual, having 2 primaries or 2 secondaries. Gunfighter is nice because it allows you to run 8 attachments on your weapons instead of 5 attachments, and Perk Greed is also super good because it allows you to run 4 perks instead of 3 perks. So that will give you a lot more versatility where you can run maybe 3 blue perks and maybe a red perk, and then you also get the special of Recon, or 3 red perks and 1 blue perk, and you get the special of whatever the red combat specialty is. So this is gonna mix things up, and I'm personally gonna go mostly with Perk Greed, unless I feel like a gun is too weak and needs 8 attachments. And like I said before, we've got the knife at all times. You have a primary, secondary, and the knife, unless you're running a wild card. And then we also got the Scorestreaks, which are in kill streaks this year, so you actually have to play the objective. We got the Scout Pulse, RCXD, which we've seen in previous Black Ops games, the UAV, the Counter UAV, the Watchdog Helo, which is basically the Helo that we've seen in MW2 and MW3 that marks your opponents, the Hellstorm, which is abnormally high for a kill streak. Interceptors is basically the EMP in this game, and then as well as the Chopper Gunner, which we've seen in previous Call of Duties. And when it comes to these kill streaks, if I'm going to go for nukes within the beta, I'm pretty much just going to run UAV, Counter UAV, and the Helo, just because it's kind of like the setup that I use in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. But I hope they introduce an advanced UAV, if not in the beta, then for sure in the full game. And we don't know if there's a nuke yet. I'm assuming there's not a nuke in the beta, but in the full game, I'm really hoping to see a nuke on release, because that's what keeps multiplayer going. And speaking of multiplayer gameplay, let's go ahead and watch some gameplay. If you've been enjoying this video so far, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'm going to have the best Black Ops 6 content that you're ever going to watch, so I definitely recommend it. Let's react. Okay, so here we are starting it off on the map of Pit with the C9 or the MP5. And I want to really look at this because, I mean, look at this movement, bro. You can dive off of the top right there, and as you can see, I don't think the Omnimovement is all that crazy. If you know how to master it, though, you are going to be a freaking freak, as you can see right here. You can move left and right really quickly, dive left and right, slide left and right. It kind of reminds me of Advanced Warfare, but just a little bit more toned down because you're on the ground. But you legit can be cracked out. So make sure you're mastering my, bumper jumper tactical flip setup, my controller setup, because being able to dive, slide, and everything like this is really sweet. Also, take note on the right, if my face cam isn't blocking it, he's running the 3 red perks, so he's getting the extra movement speed, the extra quick health regen every time he gets a kill. So this is perfect for rushing. You're getting fast health, fast movement, and he's just zooming across the map because he's running 3 red perks and he's getting that combat specialty in. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. I'm probably gonna be running 3 red perks just like him, and also probably Perk Greed, so I might throw in a blue or a green perk in there. But so far, I really like how this game is looking like. One thing that sucks is you can't really check what streak you're on the bottom, like I usually do in my videos, so you're only going to have to look for the medals up top, which the medals look really clean in this game. As you can see right there, he has the Brutal, so he's on a 25 streak. So we're going to see in 5 more kills, he's able to get on a nuke streak. But so far, this Pit map looks very fast-paced, kind of small, perfect for rushing. And the nuclear just popped up right there. So the nuclear medal is in the game. As you can see, he didn't get a nuke. There is no nuke pop-up. So at least for the beta, we know that there is no nuke. So that's something to keep in mind. You're only going to be able to get that nuclear medal. So maybe in the full launch of the game, I'm hoping that they actually end up adding the full tactical nuke or whatever the case is. Just like we saw in Cold War, they added it in like February or March a lot later on. Oh, we see the M16 here, which looks pretty sweet. Ooh, moving movement on this game is so nice and fluid. This is definitely going to be one of the most sweaty CODs ever. So far, I think the metal sounds also sound a little bit loud. I think they're going to have to tone that down. I remember MW3's like metal sounds were a little bit loud as well. So they're going to have to tone those down a little bit. But so far, I really like how the guns are feeling and sounding. They sound crisp and hard, you know, hard hitting. And I love the art style. They really did take their time on this game, it looks like. At least in terms of the fidelity of the game, and especially of the movement. I mean, look at that, bro. Oh, man, I really can't wait to get my hands on this game and, like, really dig in to how this is. So, let me know how you guys are feeling from a first impression. Obviously, we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 more gameplays in. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I definitely want to go ahead and showcase the freaking rapidness of this movement, bro. You are legit going to be a cracked out lord, just dolphin diving, sliding everywhere. Got the ammo box there, or the assault package as it's called. You can always refill your ammo. It's really cool that he's not using any kill streaks. I feel like we don't really need to look at kill streaks right now. But so far I like the UI, and keep in mind you can change how the UI looks. If you want the little field upgrade thing in the middle, you could. If you want to put your ammo or whatever on the left, you could. If you want to put the kill feed somewhere else, I'm pretty sure you can as well. So the customizable UI is going to be cool, or the customizable HUD. The minimap, I think he should change to a square minimap. I see this a circle minimap, so make sure to change to a square minimap on the beta. I'll definitely have a best settings video out so that you guys can obviously improve your settings. But if you got the movement, oh man, you're not even going to need my settings, because as you can see, you can move really cracked out here. Nothing really to be afraid of, especially when you got the right perks and the right feel of the game. I'm a really big fan of how this whole freaking gameplay is looking out. I'm really excited to dive in on Friday. So make sure you guys stay subscribed, because on Friday I'm gonna be going crazy, giving you guys the best class of every gun in the game, showing off the best Black Ops 6 gameplay. So I think we really are in for a good year, as long as the kill streaks are good and there's a nuke in the game. So at least the gameplay itself seems very fluid, and this map in itself is gonna be one of the more faster paced maps, hopefully, you know. Obviously, he's playing against bots, so it's kind of hard to tell if this is how the game is going to be played, or if it's going to feel any good, but so far I'm a fan. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Next up, we're here on Rewind, and I thought it'd be better to show you guys a more colorful map, because the last map pit was kind of dull, and this time we're rocking with the Ames 85. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't know if it's called the Ames, the Ames. Let me know what it is called in the comment section below. But so far, I really like the vibe of this map. And we're using an AR this time instead of an SMG. You know, we saw the cracked out SMG movement with the C9 or the MP5. And this is more acting like a Galil Farah sort of vibe. Is that the correct term? Like the Krig from Cold War? That's pretty much what this gun feels like. And this new sight looks really clean. We also got like some sort of foregrip to help out recoil control. And so far you can see a little more of the movement on a larger map, because that last map was a little bit more close range. This one actually has some sight lines, some plays that you can make. And I like the overall layout of this map so far. It looks like you're like a shopping center or something. Kind of giving me standoff vibes in this area right here. Kind of reminds me of like one of the spawn points. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about so far what you've seen. We got a nice little blockbuster, you know, freaking store right there. And we got the Hailstorm missile being called in right here. So let me know what you guys think about the overall layout of the map, the presentation of the game so far. So far, I think this game is going to do well in terms of the maps. The maps look solid from what I've seen so far. The movement seems fast-paced. Like I said, all I personally need is some good kill streaks and the nuke. If I can get a nuke and an advanced UAV, I'm happy with whatever we get here. But I really like the pacing of these maps so far. Definitely gonna be using this AR, because it just seems like it really melts. Either this or the XM4. So far, let me know in the comment section below, what can you analyze? Have you been liking the gameplay that's been showcased so far, the movement? Or do you guys feel like it's too much? You know, some people might not like this movement, and if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry. It's just how some of us prefer to play COD. I never liked the slow, tactical gameplay, personally. I always like to be a lot more rush happy, a lot more cracked out. But not so cracked out. That's why I wasn't the biggest fan of Advanced Warfare. Either that or I just didn't enjoy the vibe of the game. But this game, I think it's going to feel pretty well. I do think this game is going to be divided, though. Because there's going to be people that really like that MW2 style of gameplay where it's a lot slower. And some people are going to hate this super cracked out movement game. Because I kind of just see this as Modern Warfare 3 / Black Ops Cold War with even better movement than before. That's really what this game is. They just seem to like really improve the movement every year ever since Modern Warfare 2. And some people are going to see that as a negative, and some people are going to see that as a positive. So far though, this gun has some really nice control though. I can only imagine how this gun is going to melt in Warzone. This gun is going to feel like a true beast. You see a nice little spawn trap you can kind of achieve there. You know, the spawns on this side are pretty much very similar to the spawns on the other side. You got this like alleyway that you can just kind of hold them on. They just keep spawning here, which is kind of insane. It's gonna be calling in another hellstorm. And I'm wondering what kill streak you guys are thinking about using as well. Are you gonna be using the hellstorm a lot, the RCXDs, the UAVs, the counters, the chopper gunner? I'm interested to see what you guys are really rocking with here. What's it gonna be? Oh, the RCXD? Yeah, the RCXD. I really like how the RCXD looks. Almost looks like it has like a cleaner camo on it, or like a camouflage of some sort. It'd be cool if we could customize like some of our kill streaks looks. Just because the RCXD is something that you do look at a lot. I just see how low of a streak the RCXD, because most people end up getting in and they end up killing you, which I always think is kind of funny. I don't know, but right here, you could really utilize that movement to stay alive on a flag, because we do have a decent amount of health, but I don't think the health is that slow either. I think that's the time to kill. The time to kill actually feels really fast in this game. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like, I don't know, something about the time to kill, at least maybe with this gun. It kind of feels like slightly slower than Modern Warfare 2, but slightly faster than Modern Warfare 3. Somewhere in the middle there, which I think is a good sweet spot. Because sometimes Modern Warfare 3, people would be eating too much. And in Modern Warfare 2, maybe you felt like you melted too fast, or you got melted too fast. But this seems to kind of feel like somewhere in between. I don't know. It definitely seems like a solid time to kill, and something that I'm definitely going to be attracted by. I heard that the health in this game is actually only 100 health, not 150 health, which is interesting. So the way they balance it out to have a slower time to kill is that they make the gun sort of weaker, but the 100 health makes it so that the guns still kill pretty fast. So I think I'm personally going to like the feel of this game. I might end up liking this game more than Modern Warfare 3, but we'll have to wait and see on that. I think Modern Warfare 3 is like a really solid Call of Duty, but the way you play this game and the movement potential you've got, you could pull off some crazy plays, and definitely expect to see that on my channel. Not sure if I'm going to be doing all this zipping and sliding and everything, but I'll definitely be able to use the movement whenever I need to you know, get behind cover, do what I gotta do to get some quad feeds or whatever. And overall be smart with my plays, because right now, you know, this is gameplay against bots. Not really anything you're going to see in a realistic scenario, honestly. But in some of these situations, you know, hiding behind the cover is really going to be your best friend here. Okay, maybe when you run into too many people there, you don't kill fast enough, so maybe it is the same, like, time to kill wise as Modern Warfare 3, because right there, if that was Modern Warfare 2 time to kill, you'd definitely at least have the chance to body them all. But then you have moments like that where you do melt them decently fast, and he only has 30 bullets in his mag, so I guess it just kind of depends. The zones are pretty interesting in this game. There's actually no flagpole instead of like in Domination on Modern Warfare 3. There's the flagpoles. They don't have the flagpoles here. They're actually just zones. So it kind of reminds me of like control zones, where you just kind of hold the points. Hey, as you see here, yeah, it's not even like a circle freaking flag. It's actually like a zone flag. That's how they kind of changed up Domination. They kind of mixed Domination and Control. It made it so that it's just zones instead of actually capturing a flag. Do you like that change? That might actually make this feel better, because it's like you have a larger area to defend / capture. And I think that allows for more maneuverability, staying alive, because when you see a flag out in the open, you're almost always dead. But with the way they have the zones laid out here, you got a lot of cover if you want to, you know, obviously capture, or if you want to defend. And I think that's a very nice and positive change, making the zones bigger and making it so it's not exactly a flag, it's actually a zone that you're kind of capturing, which I think is a W change. They really like are changing the fundamentals of some of these modes. and making it so that you actually play the game in a more serious way. Which I personally like. Maybe some people, you know, didn't mind the small flag capture zones or whatever. I'm definitely kind of a fan of this. I don't know. Oh, we see some pistol gameplay here. Okay, let's see this pistol. I don't know. I think the pistols are kind of trash in this game, which I'm not surprised of. The pistols shouldn't be OP. Obviously, when you use your primary, those should melt, but your pistols, they shouldn't melt too fast. Like the Core 45, and that Core 45 be kind of crazy. Then it's gonna move on to another pistol if they ever nerf it again. But yeah, so far, I like how the maps play. This one has like 3 lanes, but then obviously you can move in between the lanes. And I just like the way this map is laid out. It's very creative. I don't think we've really seen a setting like this too much in Call of Duty, especially in recent years. But oh, okay, never mind. This pistol might actually be kind of nasty. What the fuck? But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Black Ops 6. I think we're gonna end it here. This video's pretty long enough, and like I said, I might be streaming Black Ops 6 right now over on my Twitch channel, and I also have drops on my Twitch channel as well. So go to twitch.tv/markofhero, drop a like and subscribe for more Black Ops 6 gameplay. And I'll probably have a Mod for 3 video later today because there should be an aftermarket part available today. But let me know how excited you are for Black Ops 6. And I hope I went in as in-depth as possible for you here on Black Ops 6. Almost said MW3 there. I can't wait for the rest of this year. I freaking love you all.